Life is lifing. Life is lifing. Vlogmas has been kind of an amazing experience. Um, the idea of putting out one video a day, edit after edit after edit, is it allows you to think a lot less. Well, you have to think a lot at first so that you can plan it and things go seamlessly. But then you kind of have to just like edit, release, and go, which for a content creator or creative in general can be very hmm it can be very good for you, right? To not overthink and go with the plan and do all of those things. Um but this past week has been insane. Every little thing that could go wrong has kind of gone wrong. I don't even know, like, I'm on my phone. Okay, so let's start with the big stuff, right? My computer is crashing. So myself, Jen Jackson, and Nappy Foo, we had planned this live. We had did one, two, three, like two or three different test runs, you guys. The first test run that we did was nearly 3 hours long, just trying to get everything working, set up. Everything was going fine. The Ooh, excuse me. The software I was using was incredible. Everything was going fine. And then the day that we started to do the actual live stream, Grace or Nappy Foo's, y'all, if y'all are typing, I don't know if you're saying anything in the chat. Let me see. Live chat. Oh, there we go. I'm turning the chat on like so that it's visible for me just in case. Hi y'all. I see there's a few people in the room. So so where Grace is, there was this big storm that was happening, and all of a sudden her internet connection was really poor. So here we are. Mind you, we had signed on an hour and a half before the live even started, right? Everything was going cool. Then, as soon as the live is about to start, she can't get connected. And everything was cool on my end. And then suddenly I couldn't get connected. And then my software failed and it kept quitting on me over and over and over and over and over and again, right? So then I had to tell everyone here on my channel to go and, go to Jen and Nappy Foo's channel because like my live, I couldn't go on, right? And I was just so happy. I was so grateful that, because we were using two different live stream kind of helpers software. I'm not even going to get into the software because you guys probably don't care. So the one of them, it stayed true. And that was the only reason why I was visible on their live stream as well. Okay, hold on. I feel like I need like a stand or something. Hold on. Can I put this back, you guys? Ooh. So I think the last time we left off, it was like Vlogmas 19 is the one that I'm supposed to have. Okay, whew, that's a little bit better. Hey, y'all. Are you guys saying anything in the chat? Because I swear I cannot. I don't know. So anyway. So here we are today. So I used to have a video editor. And actually I had quite a few, like, well, not quite a few, but I've had a few, just helping out, as a content creator. Like, it's a lot of work. I think we talked about in our live stream how one video is like a 3-day process, if not more, especially depending on what you're doing, right? So I had a video editor, and then I took a break from YouTube for like a month or so, and I kind of communicated with the video editor. But then when I was ready to come back, he was actually not available anymore. He actually, oh Lord, I'm trying to like say it without saying it. But he decided to like leave and pursue other things. Like he really needed to focus on other things, right? And I totally respect, supported him, everything like that. Like it really was just what it was. So then it's like, okay, now I need another video editor. And I was using this service, and they recommended another video editor to me. They're like, hey, he's a new hire. We're so excited, da 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 da. I'm like, cool, great. This is incredible. Ghosted me. Yes, I mentioned this on my other channel. It was the strangest thing. Um, like we were, he had very poor communication to begin with. Okay. Like, couldn't connect with him on email, even WhatsApp, all the things. And I sent him my footage. Everything was a go. And then nothing for like 4 days. And so then I get in contact with the company, and now they have someone else taking over my content, but it was very impromptu. However, that person also has a life. And it's so interesting. When I started to outsource things, maybe like 2 years ago, was before I went full time, a little over 2 years ago. I started to realize that, hey, like I have a life and a family and everything. And, it would be good to have someone helping you do some of these more intricate processes, which I'm grateful that I know how to do over the years. Like I've learned. I edited my own things, took my own photos, everything for over a decade. So I'm at the point of growth where I need help, right? So anyway, this editor obviously has a life and has taken on my workload, kind of impromptu and in a bit of an emergency situation. And the video that I gave him that was supposed to go up on the 19th is just now kind of done. Mind you, there's 25 videos. He's only taking on 8. So I have been editing everything myself. For social media, I do all my edits. And then, the majority of Vlogmas, I've been doing all my edits. And I've been doing my own edits like for majority of the year. So, it's a fun process for me. However, in order to create space in my life for my family, my son, you know what I mean? Like even the basic things, making sure a house is good and clean, and that you could like cook a meal for your family without stressing about having to get work. Like that, like there's no one, all of your favorite celebrities, all of your favorite content creators, all of your favorite people in your life, like we all need help, right? And it's been very difficult for me relinquishing control because I've been let down so much in my life. I think my husband is like the only person who's never really like let me down that I've depended on, like of course schedules and things like that, but he's been like a true this is live, y'all, so I'm just off the top of the dome, didn't have anything planned, just turned it on because I'm like, I don't have a video. So I think that it's something that many people of color, but in particular, I'm going to say Black women, kind of deal with, trust issues and being able to let go, relinquish control, and get help, because so often we are let down, not only in personal situations, but just in the society that we live in. And we learn that at a very young age. And I learned that at a very young age. My mother, she she was a single parent for a long time, and then she wasn't. And then the partner she was with was not a very reliable or trustworthy person. So this is something that I, through her relationships, even when I wasn't thinking or even thinking about it, like as a child, you'd be so surprised how much of that you absorb. I'm getting a little emotional. Why did I come on here getting so emotional? Hi, Melanie. Oh, I love the flower. And so, you know, to try as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, to relinquish control, to get help, to just ask for help, even if you're paying for it, it can actually be quite, there's like a lot of PTSD that can come up when things don't go as planned, or when you, because no one's going to care about, I don't want to say no one, but for my business, I do feel like, you know, no one's gonna care more than me. I'm just gonna say it, you know what I mean? There may be people along the way that are kind of entrepreneurs and very passionate about, you know, what you're doing, but if it's your baby, it's your baby and it's your responsibility. So anyway, I went all the way left with that. So this editor needed to spend time with their, you know, family, obviously. I didn't know until much later, so I didn't have anything planned. Actually, I was working on other things, but for my second channel. And so then I was kind of out of a video on Monday, right? I'm like, okay. And mind you, I told you guys before that I was having issues with my computer during the live stream, and now like certain programs aren't opening. So I'm like, crap, I need to do a full restore on my computer in the middle of Vlogmas. And so I'm doing that restore right now. My husband's actually helping me with the restore. And a restore is basically a deep reset and erasing of all of your stuff on your computer. Yes, things are backed up, you know, so I'm not worried about losing things, but it slows down the process pretty exponentially. And right now my computer is still not cooperating in the middle of the restore process. So I can't even get it to restore right now. And I really don't want to go to the Apple store. So I'm just like praying that the restore works, because I do know how to do this myself. And my husband and I both used to work for Apple, by the way. I was a technician, so, but I did mobile devices, so I would like take it apart, put it back together, make it nice, new, do, you know, fix broken screens, take out batteries, put them back in, like things like that. So I've had many jobs and many a skill, you know, especially when you're an actress, you kind of have to learn to do so many things. My hair, really? It looks good to you guys? Because legit, I think it's the headband saving me, because it's time for this to come out. I can't see I can't see any comments, like previous comments, but if you've said anything during this live stream, I'm gonna try to have the oh, you love it. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So there's that, right? I'm just like airing out all my laundry right now. All my dirty laundry. Um So there's the editor situation, in which, you know, I do feel for him in this situation, because yes, I am a jack of all trades. Not all, but many. I should probably tell you guys all the jobs I've had. Well, anyway, yes, technician is one of them. Is that my hair? No, it's not my hair. My hair isn't that far from it, but no, these are like Cuban twist, kinky twist, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There's so many damn names about it. Like, who? Why is there so many names? They're just twists made with hair that is kind of coily or curly or whatever. And I have a full tutorial on my channel. It's called Cuban Twist Tutorial, mainly because that's the name. That's the name of the twist that I wanted. You know, I wanted something that looked very natural, but you guys can see up close, like, it's time for them to go away. But it also very much looks like my hair, which I love. And I've kept these in for so long because I'm kind of testing out locks. I'm not going to get locks right now, but I do love the idea, and I think locks are awesome. And very beautiful. So let's see. So there's the editor situation, right? Which I can't even blame him, but also, like, I wish that the timeline was communicated much earlier, because then I could have been prepared. And that's my thing. Like, I don't care, like, have your life, do your things. One, I'm a person of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I will do it. And this person is a person of their word, which I respect. But two, like, I like open communication. Like, if you are not, you know, if someone communicates to me, I want to communicate and say, hey, this is when I can have it, like, immediately. And I didn't get an answer for, I think, 2 or 3 days. So it kind of just threw me off. But they were off with their family, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like one of those things where it's just nice to, it would have been nice, but I also am very understanding. Because I want people to have a life. Like, I hired out because I want a life too. You get it? So anyway, I probably need like 2 or 3 editors, to be honest, with 2 channels and social media and all of that. But you know, as a new entrepreneur, I'm in my 2nd year of full time. Like, I do not have the money to just hire everyone that I need. I probably need like 4 assistants. Life is crazy. Life is so, like, I'm so grateful to be in this position where I'm even thinking about growth. It's such a good place to be, but it's also, growth is messy. It's not like a movie where you have a couple of like blips, you know, little incidents to raise your blood pressure, but it all works out in the end. Like, we don't know how it's ever gonna work out. And every day I wake up, I am taking a leap of faith. And that is so scary, but it's also invigorating. And I'm really grateful for it. So anyway, that's the first thing with the whew, that's the first thing with the video editor, right? So I mean, nobody's fault really, but so I have been getting laser hair removal, and this is after getting a procedure called mirror dry, right? And mirror dry is supposed to like help reduce like excessive sweating, right? Under my arms. I was born with it. My mother, well, I shouldn't put her out, but there are people in my family who have it as well. It was kind of inherited. And so I have, but in general, I have very sensitive armpits. Like, I've tried waxing, I've tried, like, what is it, Nair, like all of this, like that stuff doesn't work. Like, y'all see, I got really thick hair and it's coarse on my body. Very coarse. And I'm not talking about the feeling of it. I'm talking about the strand is thick, right? And so you have such a beautiful spirit. Oh, thank you, Faye. Laser hair removal. Lord, content creators work so much harder than we realize. We do. We make it look easy. That's our job. It's kind of like acting, right? You know, the end result is so flawless, but it just takes so much just to get to that first line. So many people, so many processes, and the same thing with content creation, but actually it's even more because I'm doing everything. As an actress, I show up on set, I have to know my lines, connect with my partner, do my homework as, you know, the actress and the character, but I get to show up and everyone else is doing the lighting and the sound, and the director knows the direction of everything, and the script is already written. But as a content creator, it's actually much more difficult, because I have to wear all of the hats and also get things out on a timely basis. But like I said, I'm so grateful to be in this position because as an actress, I don't have any control. I have control over the choices I make as my character. You know, but like from hair, makeup, costume, the script, like I have no control. So it's literally the reason why I wanted to be a content creator, is to have control over something like this, some kind of production. But I don't actually want to like create my own TV show or anything at this point. Like, I enjoy just being the actress, and that's a lot. That's way more pressure than being a YouTuber in my opinion. Being a writer for like a network TV show or something like that, like that's a lot. Anyway, what was I saying? So I was doing laser hair removal, and y'all, so they put you in this contract, and I went to the doctor because yes, it does help with coarse hair, but I'm having a reaction. And I go to the doctor and they're like, hey, you're like developing these cysts under your armpits. And I think you have an infection. So I've been taking antibiotics and I had to like reschedule my laser hair removal, but this is like the second time um, during the process of getting laser hair removal. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily the laser hair removal doing it, but it's definitely aggravating the situation because I think my underarms are just like done, you know. Uh, and so like I have maybe like 4 more appointments left, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. Like, F, F it all. If I'm gonna be a little hairy, I don't give a crap. I ended up doing laser hair removal, by the way, because waxing wasn't working. I was getting these shaving definitely wasn't working. Nair is not strong enough. They're like, leave it on for 10 minutes. I'm like, 10 who? Like by then, like the hair is like softer. Like by then it feels like a relaxer, but it's not like actually like, you know, probably talking too much. It's fine. I keep it real. Nair doesn't work. I'm damn sure not gonna pluck it out. And I enjoy having like, you know, a smooth armpit, especially being an actress. Like I don't want to go on set and you know, the razors were really just like ruining my skin. My underarms were getting darker. I had like all of these kind of permanent razor bumps under there. It was just a lot. So I'm like, okay, laser's the last step. Um, you know, like I said, 4 appointments left, but I'm getting these cysts and I'm like, this can't be healthy. Like it's just not working out for me. It could also be my deodorant. I did hear a couple things about a very specific like spray deodorant on TikTok that I do use. And the same thing was happening to someone else. Like they were getting like cysts under their armpits using this particular deodorant. And actually I'm going to share it just in case, and this is not a claim that it is happening, but there are multiple people in their comments saying, and I just want you guys to be aware. So I've used many different brands of deodorant, but I was using the Dove one, the spray one. That's the one that I use on and off, right? I use that when I'm going to an event. Let's normalize hair. I'm for it, but also get how things, yeah, you know, razors destroyed my armpits. It's crazy, right? So Dove, their spray deodorant, apparently someone was talking about it on TikTok and steam my armpits. Oh, that might be a good idea. I do have a hair steamer. I have an attachment. So apparently they were developing like cysts under their armpits, and then like I guess it was, she thinks that it's due to this particular spray deodorant from Dove, and she ended up having to get like a surgery to get the cysts removed. And what they said was that it was breast tissue, excuse me, breast tissue that was forming, and they had never seen anything like it. And it was like, you know, the extra fat that's like right here. And I'm looking at my armpits and I'm looking at this extra, like I've gained weight. Like I've gained probably 40 pounds since I started creating content, from just life, having a baby, like overeating because I'm stressed, because I'm an emotional eater, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, this must be part of it. But seeing her and just seeing like how always swollen my armpits tend to look, I'm like, yo, something's going on. And like I said, I've had mirror dry before, which is, it essentially like microwaves your armpits to get rid of hyperhidrosis, which is like excessive sweating. I was supposed to have 2 rounds of that. I used the sweat-proof, waterproof deodorant, and it was a whole mess, right? It can block your ducts, exactly. So I was supposed to get 2 rounds of mirror dry, but the first time was so terrible, I stopped. So I now sweat. I still sweat more than normal people, but it's 50%, like 50% less is good for me. I'm good. I'm not trying to get like breast cancer or anything, right? Um, and then now the laser, and I'm having all these issues. Yes, Botox does help. So there are a number of people who get Botox injections underneath their arms to stop the sweating. But at this point, like I didn't want to put something in my body. Like, you know what I mean? I know like there are a lot of people who are like, oh, whatever about Botox and stuff. And I'm not saying that I never do it. I'm just saying like in my journey, in the process where I'm at, like I don't feel like that's necessary for me. You know, people are allowed to change their minds and whatnot. I just didn't want to put something in my body. Um, yeah, lymphatic massage might actually be really good. For it. But right now, if my doctor is telling me, oh, let me tell you guys what's going on. So my doctor is like, you know, maybe lay off these laser hair removals while you heal. Yeah, so I try about the deodorant. Let me go back. So I use the Dove deodorant when I'm in intense situations, like I need to be on set. I don't want to sweat through the costume designer's clothes, um, or like I'm gonna get interviewed, or I'm gonna be someplace or do something where I'm gonna be around a lot of people, and I just like don't want to be stinking, basically. So that's what I do. But every single day, I use a natural deodorant that doesn't have aluminum and stuff in it. And I absolutely love it because it actually works. It's called Kosas. So between Kosas or Dove may be the issue, or it could be the laser, or it could be like me just eating, or it could be, you know, residual results from the mirror dry. Like I don't know what it is, but what I do know is that it's happening, and this is not the first time. Um, so, and it's like if I'm already having issues, I don't want to like get Botox injections. Like, no, I need to get shit out. Like, you know. So anyway, so I keep going all. This is why I don't do live without a script, you guys. um, so yes, my deodorant, my natural deodorant is a roll-on, and it does not have aluminum in it. And I just think that for the majority of the time, that's just healthier for me. I really like want to protect my body, and your armpits are so close to your breasts, right? My breasts have gotten really big over the years. What the hell? So anyway, I'm noticing this, and my doctor is basically like, you maybe need to take a break or lay off of it. So I call this place, which is a franchise. I am, I'm easy to follow, thank you. And I'm like, hey guys, I know I rescheduled my appointment for this month. I saw that I did get charged, but actually I'm not going to continue. I'm having this health issue. My doctor said, blah, 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 da, da, da. And so the lady's like, well, basically, all in all, this particular company needs to get clearance from corporate so that I'm not continuously charged for a service that I'm not going to use. Mind you, they've already gotten nearly $1,200 out of me. And there's not, you know, there's not much more. I think I have like $200 left or something. But like, pero, ¿por qué? Like, why? Why? I just want to know, you know what I mean? Because I'm not using the service. I'm having a health condition. She's like, well, if you can provide documentation. Mind you, I just want to say that the lady on the phone was sweet, but not incredibly helpful. At least she was being sweet with me. I don't know, right? So unless I guess their medical team, because I did take a look at the contract, deems it necessary for me to stop, then they will refund me and also stop payments. Now, anyone can get around this, right? Like I can, and here's the thing, it's not even like the $200 is $200, but it's like, can you use credit for other products like wipes or moisturizing? Do you sell merch? I don't understand the question. Maybe I read it too fast. So, hi, Vicky. So they have me in this contract that they have to approve with the higher ups that it's within my right to stop payment of a service even though I am not using it. So I will be calling up my credit card company and having them completely block this company from charging my card, because how are you going to tell me, you know what I mean? Like, even if I have to give this month away in terms of like they're not going to respond or refund me, that's fine. But ethically, I don't understand why I have to pay for something that I'm not going to use, especially if it's a medical situation, which that is in their contract. but I have to go through hoop, like, you know what I mean? Oh, Lord have mercy. So my mother-in-law is on it, and my mother-in-law, these leaders, they sell facial products, face wash. Maybe you can buy some of their products and say, I'm not buying anything from this company anymore. Like, that just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Even me, like, you know, if you buy something from me and it's defective, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like it's not worth trying to hang on for a little bit of money if someone's having that terrible of an experience. I just, like, ethically, it's just like, leave it alone, give it back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I know people be on BS, but this is actually like a situation. So anyway, I need to, not need to, but it would support my claim if I have medical documentation, da da da. Thankfully, my mother-in-law works at the, thank you guys for liking this video, by the way. I enjoy that. So my mother-in-law works at the medical facility that I went to both times to get treatment for cysts. And I'm on another round of antibiotics because of it. And she's like, no. So see, this is the thing about having like a bulldog that deals with him. In order to get out of the contract, you usually need something in writing. Yeah, that's totally fine. So she's a bulldog, and she's good if you're on her good side, but if you're on her bad side, she's one of those like those, she has a very intense, like, you just don't want you don't want to be on her bad side. That's all I'm gonna say, right? And so she does not play. She's like, where's the contract? I'm gonna write something up. I'm gonna get our doctor on board, blah, blah, blah. Like, she doesn't play. And this is the kind of person you need on your side, because me, after like a week or so, I might be inclined to just let it go and let them charge my card, because I'm like, is this $200 worth the amount of stress of fighting this? If you're getting negative reaction, they should let you go and refund your money. Yeah, and here's the thing, I don't even want them to refund anything I paid for in the past. Maybe this month because I didn't use it. And then just don't charge me. I paid you $1,200. Like, I don't care. It's gone. I've gotten the service. You know, I knew the risk involved in terms of getting the service. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work out for everybody. I'm very understandable. But like, you're just going to continue taking my money even though I don't want the service, and there's a very valid reason why. That just doesn't sit right with me. But like I said, I have a lot of stress in my life in general, and like, I'm the type of person, it's just like, you know what, just let it go. It's only a few more months of payments, and it's just not worth my peace of mind for $200. It's just not. Now, if it was the $1,200, I'm just like, ugh. But my mother-in-law is not. She'll argue down $5, okay? And she's very good at it. She is a contract person. Yes, she is. Oh, let me look at the fine print and type out this letter and get all the documentation, the photos, the whatever it is we need, and we are going to piece by piece break apart this contract and make sure that you get everything back. That's how she is. And you, like, honestly, just having one person like that in your life is so valuable. Like, don't be on their bad side, you know what I mean? But like, when you need them, so anyway, we're gonna get that handled. I may or may not update you. If you ask me in the comments, I will. It's not that big of an issue for me to be like, hey guys, you know, stay abreast of the situation. They, you know, I feel like medical companies tend, because they know the risks, you know what I mean? I think a lot of times they tend to put people in contracts because they've obviously had problems before in the past. They know. That's why they exist. You know what I mean? Anyway. So that is happening, right? what else is happening in my life? So there's the editor, there's my armpits and my health. Lord, I just pray that none of this results into something much more serious. This is why I'm stopping. I'm like, fuck it. I'll have fucking hairy armpits and excuse my language, you know, but it's just like all of this is just like not worth the potential of getting sick. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. This top is actually a beach cover up that I love wearing around the house. It's so comfortable. I love it. I'm so frustrated. It's such a weird place to be in because it's like on the one hand I feel so grateful, but on the other hand I'm just like getting very frustrated by these very small things happening in life, really, right? Like I've dealt with so much more than this, so it's just like, anyway. So what's another thing that's going on? Lord have mercy. I don't know. My computer. It's not starting up. So it's my computer, my editor, this assist situation. And yeah, I think I'm just tired. I'm just a bit tired. You know, Vlogmas has been a lot. I have not decided on getting locks. Actually, I'm not going to get them right now because I very much enjoy my loose hair. Like I very much enjoy the process of like trying to maintain its health and growing and doing different hairstyles. Like I'm not ready to let that go. And yes, I know that you can do that with locks as well. Obviously there's like, I love the representation of Chloe and Haley, the singers, because they have locks and they have done a multitude of things with them. And they've even worn like wigs over their locks. Child, I don't know how they're doing it. But they really have someone really good doing their hair. And it's like, we need more hairstylists like that. We need more hairstylists that are actually well-versed in many different things, not just like weaves and wigs. And, but right now, to answer your question, yeah, it's a very stressful year, you guys. I'm like, what is going on? We're heading into a recession. What are we? We might. There's all this inflation. Literally, this is the reason why, like, we haven't left Kansas City, because we're like, the hell? Like, I went to LA. I have a vlog coming out, right? I'm counting down the days of Vlogmas, yes. Like, so I have a vlog coming out where I went to Los Angeles to work with, to go to a creator summit with Amazon, right? And I was like, me? Really? This is so dope. Like, yes, I love this. So I went and it was an amazing experience. So I will be sharing that on my other channel. Probably not during Vlogmas because I just feel like you guys are overwhelmed with content right now. And that's going to be a good vlog and I don't want it to get lost in the sauce. So we're releasing that after Vlogmas. I'm putting a lot of work into that. So no, we're not having it convoluted. But anyway, I go to LA and gas is like $4 or $5. Like, bro, like here, I want to say it's 3 something. I legit went by a gas station in LA and it was $7.54. I kid you not, you guys. For a gallon of gas, wow, where'd I do that at? Like, it's insane what's happening right now. And then like, so we used to live in like a luxury apartment when me and my husband first got together, right? We were paying, I think it started at like around $1,800. By the time we left, it had raised $400. And mind you, we had only been there for 2 years, maybe like 3. That's a $400 increase. I don't even know what the percentage would be. So when we were leaving, it was about $2,200, right? That 1-bedroom, small apartment, it was expensive because of the location and all of the amenities. Like we had a pool, a hot tub, jacuzzi, the rooftop, the everything. It was good, right? Is now, I want to say, going for like close to $4,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like the $7 gas is like in the more wealthy areas. Hey Jesse. I only saw it once. Most of it I want to say was like $4 or $5 or something. But like living in Los Angeles is incredibly expensive. I lived there for 8 years. Um, and I feel like I'm reaching a point in my life where it's like, okay, if the money is not, oh, how can I maintain my hair length without have protective hairstyle for a while? I'll try and get back to that. Um, so as a like single person living in LA, you can have, roommates and all of that, right? I never had a roommate actually. I wanted room to do my content creation. But now having a son and like needing space and having my own room, like it's a lot easier to kind of stay in the Midwest, at least until things calm down. Like, how is the rent double for a 1 bedroom? That's crazy to me. I'm just like, as much as I love being in LA, like I'm have to either the money's gonna have to meet so that I can, stay keep my lifestyle, or we're gonna have to make other moves. Like I don't know, like life is crazy and I just feel like millennials, we got screwed over so hard. Oh, we got screwed so hard, you guys. um yeah, because we were still feeding into a lot of things that worked for people in the past, and now like we can't even get houses these days. Like it's crazy. The market is insane right now, you guys. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. So, to answer the question, how can you grow your hair or retain length without protective styling? To be quite honest, this is the first year that I've protective styled this much. I tend to do low manipulation hairstyles like twist outs, braid outs, mostly twist outs because me and braid outs don't really, I have a couple videos, they never turn out the way I need them to. But mostly twist outs is what I do. I apply water to my hair at least minimum every other week, but at least once a week is ideal. When I'm protective styling, I go a little bit longer, maybe like 10 days. But that's also because my scalp can't handle it. And also, I just think that it's good to apply water to your hair as much as possible, because that hydration is what's going to keep your hair from being so brittle that it breaks. You see what I'm saying? So if your hair feels very dry all the time, you may need to do like a clarifying shampoo treatment. I know I feel like screaming too about the cost. It's insane. Um, you know, you need to keep your hair hydrated and soft and malleable. And, I don't think the only way to do it is protective styling. It is practicing consistent hair care practices. So, as long as your hair, you can keep it in a state of being soft and feeling hydrated for natural hair, um, you're already like halfway there. You don't have to do protective hairstyling. Like I said, like I barely do protective hairstyling. And to be quite honest, you guys, I manipulate my hair probably more than the average person because I have literally a whole channel dedicated to hair. I try to be smart about it, but your hair can break in an instant. So actually, if you're not a content creator creating, hair content, you actually have a higher likelihood of retaining length, and reaching your hair length goals much faster than someone who's creating content online around their hair, because literally my hands are always in my head. Just now this year I've started to you know work on, like, literally, this is so I don't touch my hair, and I have to get more creative with the content that I put out, because I'm not. And then also, it's kind of like, I think a lot of us are kind of getting bored with like twist outs and braid outs. Like, what else do we have, you know what I mean? So it's causing me to think about, what else I want to bring to the table that's not just like me washing my hair, like, you know what I mean, and styling it, which I will continue doing, because I'm doing it anyway, might as well film it. But I do eventually want to reach my goal, my hair length goal. So yeah, I say low manipulation hairstyles. See a lot of mediation. My thighs, I don't know what that meant. I think I went way too fast. So what's happening for me is that you guys will comment and it pops up. And then it disappears and then I can't scroll back and see it. But yes, hair jewelry. Yeah, exactly. Hair jewelry makes locks and twists look amazing. I agree with that. So yeah, things are thinging over here, you know. I am still filming and I have like I will meditate a lot in 23. Yeah, to calm down. I wear a lot of protective styles so that I can keep my hands out of my hair. Yes, protective styles are great for that, you know, but it's not the only way to retain length. I know because I barely protective style. This is like this year and last year were the first years where I had a protective style for like a long period of time. And that's literally so that I can continue to look like my headshots for acting. For really no other reason. I'm enjoying, you know, not putting my hands in my hair, you know, and I'm able to kind of focus on other things. Like I'm kind of getting into nails and stuff like that, which is very fun. But no, it's not the only way. It's not. Just got to keep your hair hydrated, wash it more, wet it more, you know, and listen to her. My name is Zoe. My hair's name is Zoe. So listen to her. She feels dry and brittle. Maybe it's not you need more product. Maybe it's that you need to clarify your hair and get all the buildup off that's preventing your hair from receiving the hydration when you do wash it. Best way to moisturize the scalp when a protective style. It can get dry for me. Honestly, I'm the worst person to ask because I have seborrheic dermatitis and I can't use oils on my scalp. I actually use like ketoconazole shampoos or things like anti-dandruff or Zoe, ZOE, so that I can not have an extremely flaky scalp. And seborrheic dermatitis is actually related to like fungus basically. And so it's apparently there's no cure for it, but what I do notice that helps me is lowering my sugar intake and drinking a lot more water to flush my system and greens and vegetables. So actually, I think the best way to keep your scalp hydrated is to drink water, to increase your water intake because those are your cells and they're not hydrated. So start there and then also go to the doctor to find out what condition you're having because it could just be product buildup. It could be psoriasis, eczema, it could be dandruff, it could be seborrheic dermatitis. It could be a lot of different things. So if it's just buildup, clarify your hair. You could spray water on your hair as well as your scalp, depending on your hairstyle. But I personally, your lip skin will tell you if you are dehydrated. That's actually quite true. So yeah, I would start there. And yeah, because you don't know if it's buildup. You don't know if it's a buildup or an actual something happening. And I know that it's hard for me to answer these kind of questions. One, because I'm not a doctor, but two, because we're all looking for like, what's the one thing you use? And it's just like, I do a multitude of things, you know? I have to drink water. I have to pay attention to the good and bad nutrients that are going into my body because my scalp will immediately tell me if there's an issue. I don't have anything in a bottle that helps permanently, you know? What are your thoughts on dry shampoo in between washes? So the crazy thing is that I have, do I have a dry shampoo? I feel like I have a dry shampoo and I low key am like, it's kind of scared to use it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because it's supposed to remove oil and stuff from your scalp, and it's like, I need that oil. Because Batiste is the only one that I've heard of that black people can use, like, or that, not black people. I've heard a lot of black people recommend Batiste because it doesn't leave that residue. But I've seen so many dry shampoos that leave a residue on your hair and your scalp. And mind you, I am very nervous to use it because of my seborrheic dermatitis. Anything that's like, you gotta apply this to your scalp, I'm like, I don't know. Like, it scares me. Of course, I know how to remedy the situation, but it's just kind of like, bro. What I'm doing is working now, but my thoughts is like, try it. Because I do think that there are definitely, there's hair care products that are obviously formulated for kinky, coily hair. Usually they're saturated in a lot more like oils and what's the word that I'm looking, emollients and things like that, because our hair typically responds well to that, and it's, you know, they're usually heavier products. But someone says they only use dry shampoo if their hair was straightened. Low key, like, yes, if you have like a silk press or something, then maybe it might be worth it. Supposed to use stretch, it disappeared. Child, I don't know what you said. Copy and paste. Sorry. I think it's fine. Like, there are, like I was saying, some products that are geared towards, you know, kinky, coily hair. But many products can be used by anyone. And I think that sometimes, especially as people of color, we kind of limit our selection to what's in the ethnic hair aisle. And I get it. You know, but that doesn't mean that something else won't work for you. So I say be brave and give it a go. You know, I personally probably would only use it if I had my hair flat ironed or like silk pressed, because I literally have no reason to use it. Even then, I just will wash my hair. Like, you know, but everybody's different. I say give it a try. Why not? It's just hair, as long as you know. What are you leaving in 2022 and not taking with you in 2023? Great question. I can tell you what I'm attempting to leave. I'm attempting to leave stress from situations that I cannot control. You know, as I have gone through so much in my life, my God, I just know that I can't control everything. Even with Vlogmas, right? I'm just like, okay, so what can I do? What can I do? You know, because there's so much that I don't have control. I don't have control over, you know, when I walk into, you know, a casting office, if they think I look like the leading lady or not. Like, that's based on someone's complete experience of who they think a leading lady looks like, who they think this character should be, what they should look like, what their mannerisms are, how much they should weigh, what their hair should look like. I have no control over that. I just have control over like what I do when I'm in the room. And I think that that can be applied to so many different situations in life. Whoever just asked about the LCO method, I wasn't able to read it in time, sorry. So I wanna let go of stress from situations that I literally can't control. I want to let go of bodily expectations from myself. I'm actually gonna be working on a video now, and part of that video is just gonna be talking about like body image and how I want to approach wellness moving forward. You know, being in front of the camera in multiple ways, whether it's content creator or an actress, like I really do, you know, the world can really do a number on you in terms of having you pay hyper attention to what you look like. It's literally a part of my job. And so when your body is going through all of these changes, especially if they're not favorable to you, like I do not enjoy being over a certain amount of weight, not because of the number, but because I don't feel my best. I feel sluggish. I feel heavy. You know what I mean? Am I overweight by any means? Maybe a little compared to like the index that they use, but like I don't want to focus on that as much anymore. Like the outcome of the work. I want to just focus on the work and what, for example, this past year I was working out and I've kind of taken a break. My knee is doing things to me. It's making me lose my motivation. I have a knee injury, and so many times when I'm working out, things I like to do, they aggravate my knee, and then I have to pause, and then it's harder for me to jump back on because I've paused for so long, right? But I enjoy working out, generally speaking, because I enjoy what it does to me in terms of the endorphins, and I feel refreshed and I feel strong. You know what I mean? Hey Shay. Yes, it's not easy to stress over things I can't control, but you know, as far as health and wellness though, what I can control is what I put in my body though. I may not be able to work out as often or as intense as I used to. I may never even have my pre-baby body. Like I'm never gonna have it because I have stretch marks that are literally never gonna go away unless I do some type of surgery, right? I have considered getting advised by a physical therapist. Actually, I am going, I do not have a primary care advisor since I moved here to the Midwest. I've just been going to specialists. And so like now I just need to like have an actual, like the primary person, and hopefully they can refer me out. So yeah, that's definitely something that I would like to tackle this year, physical therapy or something, because I want to do anything to avoid surgery. Because once you do surgery, a lot of times just like things get worse, and I'm just like, surgery is not always the answer. And I feel like my knee is in a place where it could probably be saved, you know? So yeah, I want to approach wellness not just with being fit and looking a certain way. I really want to just focus on how it makes me feel. And being in the gym and exerting that energy really actually helps to clear my mind. I'm looking at you and all I can say is you're beautiful. Thank you. Lakima, people used to say she's butter, gets rid of stretch marks. I don't know. I don't care about my stretch marks anymore. They're not even that bad, to be honest. Hi, watching from Africa. Nice. Ebony injury. Yeah, so I was in a Zumba class, you guys, and I didn't even realize that I twisted my knee. I was working it. I'm not gonna lie. I was working it. And background acting is not fun. I did it one time. I said never again. You guys, background actors work way harder than the people that are like the leads, in my opinion. In terms of like, you guys are just sitting around. I don't care about my stretch marks. It is what it is. And they're not even that bad. Like, I don't care. I don't care about that. I care about being healthy. Yeah, I care about being healthy. And like living a long life for my son and I don't want a poor quality of life either, you know? And I know that there's a lot of things that I cannot control. Things just happen, unfortunately. You know, I can't control everything, but I want to do my best at making sure that I have the best possible chance of being healthy and having a great quality of life. You know, I want to claim that. You know, and by the grace of God, like I'm mostly healthy, so I need to keep it that way. You know what I mean? Everything is just not about looks. But in terms of being an actress and looks, I appreciate you saying that you feel like I look like a leading lady and everything. And you know, I think that the trippy part about being an actress is having to know your type. So I have to know like where I fit in this like stereotypical sort of picture of like who's leading, who's not, who's supporting. Do you look like the best friend? Do you look like a working class person? Do you look like, you know, you're super wealthy? Do you read as educated? Like there's just like a lot. A quality of life, yes. And I have to know that. So sometimes it gets to me, right? So if I go into, like, I just had an audition. Well, no, because I don't actually know who's cast because I don't think it comes out until next year. But like I've had a few auditions for either smaller parts or leading parts in shows that you guys know and love. And when I see sometimes who they end up casting, they're literally like so tiny. Like, you think that people are thin on camera? Wait until you see them in person. Yes, like there is a limited amount of roles for Black actresses, and by and large, the lead actors that are Black that get to be leads are very tiny people. Like, they're usually very short and very thin. Not all of them. They're tiny. They're wearing size 2-4 dresses, you guys. Like, so, you know, being in a situation where I'm not exactly plus size, but I'm definitely not like gonna be, or people wouldn't consider me to be like in a Marvel film or something like that, like fit. I'm in this interesting space where I feel like, I don't know. I'm just showing up, being me. Yes. Yeah, Keke Palmer seems amazing. I met her one time. It was an awkward situation. I'm not even gonna talk about it, but she was very, very nice. We all have types of representation. Her did a great job as Belle. Yes. I actually couldn't finish reading it. But yeah, like, it really takes the people who are making these decisions to open up their mind. You know, why couldn't, well, now it's changing, but back then it was like, if you had locks, forget about being the lead. Forget about it. You're going to be playing the Rasta drug dealer. Her did a great job as Belle, and I can see you as her twin, but in your own LaToya way. Doors are opening. Very sweet. Thank you. And that's the thing, like, I'm really proud of people like Issa Rae, and I'm really proud of people like Tabitha Brown, who's like one of my, like, I've never met her before, but it really inspires me because she's clearly very talented. And for some reason, there's an interview she has out, and I haven't watched it yet, but for some reason, for whatever reason, she wasn't able to make it as like an A-list actor yet. But like, look at how her life is turning out, you know, and look at how much more impact she has being herself. You know what I mean? Now she has her own talk show. She has all of these products here and there. Like, it's insane. Can I go get my personal questions? She and Donna are making waves. Yes, Tabitha Brown is a superstar, and she's all her own herself, from the way she dresses to her Southern accent. Like, she's awesome. And so it's encouraging to me that, like, sometimes the path I think I'm taking may not be, you know, I'm such a follow the rules kind of A-list perfect student personality. Hey. Yes, girl, go edit. Hey, Jen. Go follow Jen. If you are interested in the 30-day hair detox, and you're interested in, because I saw a comment about that earlier, if you're interested in, like, using no oil, no butter, or using products that don't have that as the main ingredient at the top of the list, Jen is a perfect person to follow because she does the wash and go. She understands it, and she actually has had a lot of professional like services, like in hair salons, people who specialize in that, and so she has a lot of knowledge. She actually has a series on her channel that I'm still getting through, but I did watch one of them, and it was like literally shampooing and styling and the whole thing, and answering a lot of questions that her audience had that I think might be really beneficial. Oh no, she's practically an expert. I think that was about Jen. Yeah. She knows a lot about that, and so I think if you're looking to do the 30-day hair detox, you should look at her journey. I have one as well. Yeah, she said, "Come to me, girl. I'll show you the way." Because she doesn't do oil and butter like anymore. She's like, "I'm done." I'm like, "Wait, hold on now." And she's like, "No, I'm done." I threw it all in the trash. But yes, Jen will show you the way. So I would definitely go to her channel and take a look-see through her things. You know, she's the one for that, I think. So yeah, ask her. The passion, yes. But yeah, you know, it's trippy being an actress because you do have to know these things. You have to be aware of these things. And then when you're literally seeing someone getting cast as like half your size and just like drop dead gorgeous, you're just like, oh damn, do I need to go get my boobs done and Botox and stuff? Like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it can really make you feel some kind of way. Like, because I already know I'm talented. I'm pretty validated in that area. But for some reason, I've had some cool things happen in my life, especially on my other channel. You guys can see, like, I've had a lot. But, you know, right now, I'm still trying to get there. And it hasn't happened yet. Exactly. So many actors, they will start with like their type and then branch out from there. So yeah. Did I find the 30-day hair detox to be successful? Yes. But I personally didn't do everything right. Like, there's a few teachers of this thing that do it a very specific way and don't like people going off course like at all, especially creating videos about it. I ain't gonna say no names, but they're just like, don't share anything until you actually know what you're doing. And I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person that I like to share the process and the journey, because even though there are some instances in which I am educating, but you have to remember, I'm educating off of my own experience. I didn't go to school for this. What I do is education, but I also entertain. Like, it's entertainment for a lot of people. So I don't ever claim to be a professional or do everything the right way, but I do think that there's value in seeing someone experience it and go through it for the first time. It could inform you of a lot of things, like possibly, you know, thank you, Shay, of possibly like what you may run into, and also being able to share, you know, what I did to overcome it. I think there's so much value in that. I missed your comment, Vicky. At this point, when you guys are commenting, you might as well like copy and get it ready to paste again, because these things are going fast. Tim says that I have a soothing voice. Thank you so much, Tim. I am also getting into voiceover. I've done a couple of voiceover auditions, but I did not book the part. But I get to do voiceover on YouTube all the time, so it's actually really cool. I kind of like get that urge, you know, or not that urge. I kind of get that, what's the word that I'm looking for? I get the gratification on YouTube in some way, because I realized that being an actress, there's half of it is the work and being able to crack the code of like a character or a script, or like understanding someone who thinks completely different than I do, but then also the game of like relating to my scene partner and the way that they deliver a line and how that affects me and bringing it back to them. Kind of playing that game of tennis is very fun and thrilling, and then also being able to share that experience with an audience, whether it be theater or film, is so cool, especially if you're doing meaningful work that changes people's minds or broadens their perspective on something that's important. You know, I love doing films like that that make you think. So there's a lot of beauty in that. But also part of that is like just being able to connect with people and like having that notoriety so that you can get your voices heard. And I feel like with doing YouTube, I at least get to do that. And so I'm like super grateful and happy that I get to do it. Yeah. So we are at 70 minutes and I actually do need to film a video for you guys. I am going to finish Vlogmas. It just will not probably be on schedule, which actually maybe work out. It may work out for me in the end in terms of you guys, do you guys feel like it's harder to keep up with videos in the month of December because there's so many channels doing Vlogmas? Or do you feel like it's fine? Like it's just what it is. Like you just watch the things that you want to watch anyway. Clarence, this is the water lip stain. I'm about to put that on. Yes, Vicky, you feel like it's hard to keep up? Or you're just like, eh. Ooh. For those of you who don't like lipstick, I just got this at the Amazon Creator Summit. I feel bad because I don't want to have, I don't have time to support all my ladies the way I want. Yes, it's hard to keep up. That's good to know. Because I find it hard to keep up myself. And I know that I'm a content creator. So like, because overall, like some of my friends have been saying that it's actually been, their views have been like, are actually quite low in December comparatively to other months. Hey Melanie, thank you so much for supporting and always leaving a comment, by the way. I recognize your name as well. Yes, I miss a lot, would rather have consistency over volume. I agree with that. I do as well. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do Vlogmas again, to be honest. Like, I don't know, maybe I might change my mind next year. Who knows? I don't know if I would do Vlogmas in the same way in terms of like every single day, because I just feel like I enjoy quality. I enjoy thinking through ideas. And with Vlogmas, it's a great exercise in just like getting it out. But you're so welcome, Serena. But the creative in me is just like, this is a lot. It's a lot. It's going very fast. And then half of my content, I feel like, can't even be consumed. So I am going to do a couple of recaps in terms of like reposting a couple, not reposting, but putting in the community tab. Does the money come through? I don't understand. Are you talking about like a super chat or something? I didn't see any super chats. I have no idea. But like super chat is like when you guys can click on like a button somewhere in the chat section and then like donate money to the creator. I have no idea if that's what you're talking about, but I have not seen anything. What is this? Okay, it's giving like pack of Kool-Aid. Hold on. I think Vlogmas works if you have videos ready to go live that may not be holiday related. Yeah, I actually had to do a lot of that. I had to do like a lot of pre-filming things. What does it taste like? Hold on. I don't have like a vlogging. Hold on, I need to check this because I feel like I'm looking like, oh no. It feels like I took a Kool-Aid packet, mixed it with some water, and then put it on my lips. Okay, so note to self, exfoliate. Exfoliate your lips before you use a water lip stain. Because you see how it's, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just gonna stick to the areas that are a little bit more rough. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it just, I feel like it could be a lot more even. And then also I have like more darkness on my top lip. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try exfoliating before I just say no, hell to the no. Because I do like the idea of a lip stain like this, because I actually think it will be really nice on the cheeks. For those of you who don't like lipstick, lip stain might be the way if you exfoliate your lips. You gotta exfoliate though. Ciao. Anyway, it tastes good, but doesn't. It's sweet, but not. I don't know. I'll have to give it another try. That being said, I do have to get back to work. I have a bunch of products here. Let me show you guys. Can I turn the camera around? All these products that I got, and I have to, not have to, but I would like to share them with you. So I'm gonna try my best to turn my camera around. And so I'm gonna film this video. Probably not gonna go out until next year because Vlogmas, and I think I wanna do a little bit more vlog content. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I may or may not do another live stream. I don't know. I'm also gonna be talking with Jen and Grace to see like if they ever want to do this again, because I know you guys really liked our live stream last time, and I kind of feel like I need a redo because of the whole tech situation. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much for joining, supporting, watching my content. Was it fun? I hope so, because I sure as hell didn't know what I was about to say. Thank you so much, and I will make sure to post this afterward. All right, bye.